Unlimited power! Yes! Feels good, man. Okay, what the actual... Hey, what's up guys, Anboni here. And I wanted to make this video today to tell you about the changes that are coming to Shadow Priests in Shadow Priest changes that are coming in patch 7.1.5. And yeah, we got some pretty nifty changes. I mean, first of all, a lot of people, you know, just brushed off Shadow Priests from the beginning because we're getting some big nerfs, but we're also getting some big buffs, so it all like, it's fine, alright, we'll be fine. But a lot of people kind of panicked about all the nerfs because the biggest nerf right now is we lose Lingering Insanity, which is our haste after we exit Void Form, okay? So we're in Void Form, we generate haste stacks, and then, like it used to work, you know, for a minute after Void Form, you used to keep the haste stacks, and now we don't. Now, as soon as you lose Void Form, you lose everything. Like, you lose your haste. And the reason they did that was, they said, so you feel even more empowered to go into Void Form. Like, when you're in Void Form, you do the most damage. Although you do the most damage at the end of your Void Form, because that's when you get the most haste. Whatever. It's fine, okay? That's the biggest nerf. That's the biggest complaint that I hear. And the second big complaint is our Void Bolt does no longer refresh dots. And yes, that is pretty brutal, especially for PvE. Instead, it increases the duration of dots by 3 seconds when you cast it, and it's also AoE. So yeah, instead of like completely getting all of our dots back to full duration, it just increases the duration by 3 seconds on an AoE. So, you know, for a group of like a large, you know, for arena, what I'm trying to get at, for arena, it's 100% fine because we have increased dot duration, and honestly, you would have to reapply dots anyway because they get dispelled in arena anyway. It's not like in PvE where you just put them once and that's it. So it's not a big deal for PvP at all. The only big deal is the Lingering Insanity removal, which, as you're about to see, is not a big deal at all. So yeah, let's dive into the changes already because Jesus, it took forever. Alright, so let's start with talents, okay? Now on the first row here, Twist of Fate, unchanged. Fortress of the Mind, unchanged, but we'll get to this in a sec. Shadow Word Void, unchanged. Mania did get changed. It's now 1% speed for every 3 insanity instead of every 5 insanity. That means that when you're 100 insanity, you will have, what, 33% movement speed, right? So this is pretty nice. We'll get back to this. Body and Soul, unchanged. Masochism, really interesting change for Masochism. Actually, I haven't seen this anywhere until I logged on the PTR. So Masochism is all the same, like your Shadow Mend, you know, heals you instead of dealing damage, but now it also reduces all damage you take by 10%. For what, 10 seconds? Yeah, for 10 seconds. Which is actually pretty darn cool, if you ask me. It's a magic effect, so it's dispellable, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. I like this. And this might be the best choice now, but probably not. Probably Body and Soul might still be the best. But Masochism, damn. There's actually a purpose to go Masochism now. Alright, Mind Bomb, no change here, only a tooltip change. It finally says that it stuns for 4 seconds, which is what it always did, but the tooltip said 2 seconds for some reason. Psychic Voice unchanged, Dominant Mind unchanged. Lingering Insanity is our new talent. What did we have here? I forgot, it was whatever. So the new Lingering Insanity is kind of like the old one, except it, as you can read, it fades by 2% every second instead of, you know, staying max value for a minute. So I don't think this is worth it in PvP at all. But in PvE it might be good, I'm not sure. Reaper of Souls unchanged, Void Ray unchanged more or less. Well, actually we lose Minds here, but our Mind Flay now does. Damn, I'm so messy with this. But anyway, yeah, Void Ray unchanged for the most part. You know what? I completely forgot to come back on these points, so I'll just talk about them now. Okay, so Minds here has been redesigned. It is now a passive for Mind Flay. So when you Mind Flay something that has dots on it, then it becomes AoE. Okay, so I Mind Flay, it's normal damage. Now, since I have a dot on them, it becomes AoE. You can't see the AoE because like there's no target around it, but yeah, it does AoE damage now because I have a dot. I think. I mean, that's what I read from this shit, right? The guys I just had. When Mind Flay deals damage, if the target is afflicted by a Shadow Word Pain, it deals AoE damage. Yeah, that's everything. And then one other thing I didn't mention is Fortress of the Mind. I did say I'm gonna come back to this, and I didn't. And later down the video, you'll see that they increased the insanity generation of Mind Blast, Mind Flay, pretty much everything. So therefore, Fortress of the Mind has better value now because 20% of 15 insanity is more than 20% of 12 insanity as it used to be. I mean, it adds up to being pretty much 3 at the same time, but you know, this is actually legit 3. So it becomes from 15 insanity, it becomes 18 insanity generator. Mind Flay becomes 14 from what, 12? Yeah, from 12. So that's it. It's just 1 extra insanity on Mind Blast, which is not a big deal. Fortress of the Mind is still shit in PvP. Maybe it's not that bad with Shadowy Insight though. No, it's shit. Sun Lane is unchanged. Auspicious Spirits got nerfed a little bit. It now generates 3 insanity instead of 4, but you almost never go this in PvP anyway. Shadowy Insight is unchanged, Power Infusion unchanged. Shadow Crash got a big damage buff. I believe it was like 50% damage buff. By the way, right now I'm wearing this weird setup of a gear, and the reason is I'm emulating the damage we'd have in Arena. Because I joined an Arena and I checked like all the stats, intellect and everything, and this is the closest I can get. So if I mouse over my Mind Blast, this is pretty average of what you would get in an instanced PvP at 882 item level. Okay, it's more or less, but it's about it's pretty much the right amount. Okay. So yeah, in PvP, Shadow Crash would deal about 340,000 damage, which is not too bad at all. Especially since you go in Void form, you can boost this a lot, and you can do some really nice combos with this, because you can like Shadow Crash into a Void Bolt into an instant Mind Blast. Everything hits at the same time. That's a lot of damage, man. If things crit, that's over a million damage you can do. That's really good. Yeah, Mindbender unchanged. I don't know if Shadow Crash is gonna be better than Power Infusion, but I really hope so, because I'm not a fan of Power Infusion. It is the best right now, but I do not like Power Infusion at all. I really hope Shadow Crash. I'm gonna play Shadow Crash. What am I saying? I'm gonna play Shadow Crash. So yeah. Okay, so Legacy of the Void is unchanged. Sad, but oh well. It's probably still gonna be the best. Surrender to Madness got nerfed even more, I believe. I think it's 150 insanity generation on live right now, and on 715 it becomes 100% insanity generation, which is poop. But let's talk about Mind Spike and then I'll talk about this. So Mind Spike has been redesigned once again. It is now kind of a combination of the old Mind Spike, where it removes your dots, and it deals 100% more damage for every dot you consume, and it also does 25% AoE damage for every dot, right? And instant generation, blah blah blah. Wait, for every day, yeah, exactly. So if you detonate 2 dots, that's 50% of its damage AoE, and the damage is not bad at all. Okay, so let's put both our dots. Bam. Okay, so keep in mind a Mind Blast right now. Okay, I have Twist of Fate, but whatever. Because apparently this is a PvP dummy. I didn't even know we have these. It's over here. Anyway, so Mind Blast is 168,000 damage, and then Mind Spike, I don't know where I have it, is 82 times 3, which means 250,000 damage. Damn, that's a lot of damage. And 50% of that is AoE. Now the bad part is you do remove your dots, but if you need a big spike, you know, spiky damage, that's really good for PvP. Plus you can spam it and it generates a ton of insanity if you remove dots. Like it generates 5 insanity with no dots and generates 15 with 2 dots. But the best part about Mind Spike is that it is, actually I haven't tested this, but I'm pretty sure it's still Shadow Frost, which means if you get locked in Shadow, you can still cast Mind Spike. which is the reason why I'd pick this over Legacy of the Void. And I would like to pick this over Legacy of the Void, but I'm not sure. I think Legacy is still gonna be the best for PvP. But I actually like the new Mind Spike. It's pretty cool. So let's move on. This is unchanged. I'll just stop where changes happen, okay? Okay, nothing here has been changed. And nope. This one, well, we lost Mind Seer, so this is actually complete shit now. Mind Trauma. This is so bad, man. Oh my god. Shadow Mania unchanged, but here we go, boys. Here we go. Psychic Link, PogChamp in the chat. Look at this. Mind Blast and Void Bolt now deal 100% of their damage to all of the targets afflicted by Shadow Pain within 40 yards. I'm not sure if it works behind line of sight. We're actually gonna test this right meow. Let's see if it works. So we're gonna have that guy over there with the Shadow Word Pain, and then this guy with Shadow Word Pain, and that guy is in line of sight. Let's see if it works. And PogChamp, yeah, it works. I'm in line of sight and I'm hitting him. Sick. So there's no safe place. All right, 40 yards is huge. Mind Blast, 100% Mind Blast damage and 100% Void Bolt damage is huge. That means Mind Blast and Psychic Link as it stands, Psychic Link is probably going to be our #1 damage dealing ability in Arena right now. This makes the AoE insanely good, man. This is so strong. Like, this blows everything else out of the water. It's insane. Haha, it's insane. Like for 1v1s, for 1v1s, I guess Shadow Mania, you'd go Shadow Mania for the increased healing, because this is shit and this is useless in 1v1s. But everything else, man, I mean, Shadow Mania used to have no contest in this tier, and now Psychic Link is so strong. I don't think Shadow Mania is gonna be the go-to talent anymore. I think Psychic Link is way too good. Psychic Link is insane now. So yeah, let's move on. Siphon is unchanged. Void Shift is unchanged. Last Word looks unchanged. Right. Okay, now let's move on to the more subtle changes. Don't panic. After I show you this, don't panic. Void Form damage increased by 20% instead of 30. Don't panic. Okay, calm down. 10% damage reduction on Void Form. However, all of our abilities, everything, got like all our damage got increased overall to compensate for this. And their reason was, again, since they removed Lingering Insanity, we used to rely too much on Void Form now, but now with this change, basically when you're in Void Form, it's nice, it's thumbs up, good job, pat on the back, but you still do a lot of damage out of Void Form as well, even without the Lingering Insanity, which is pretty cool. And also, to compensate for the Lingering Insanity removal, all of our Insanity generators have been increased by quite a lot. For instance, Mind Blast is 15 Insanity, up from 12, I believe, on live. It's 12, right? Mind Flay is 12 Insanity overall, which is like you get Insanity really quick now. You don't have to struggle too much. I don't know about dots. Yeah, even dots got increased. Look, it's 4 and 6. So like you get Insanity. Look at my Insanity bar. It goes up really quick, and this is without like using Shadow Over Death. If I do that, it's like super fast. If I do Shadow Over Death. Yeah, that's pretty much all the changes we get. And I'm really happy with the changes. I don't care about Lingering Insanity. I mean, it was nice, but it's fine. In the next video, I'll talk a little bit about specs. I'll show you 2 insane specs. One of them is gonna be probably the standard go-to spec, but I'm not sure because the other one is so insane and so retarded, and it deals so much damage that it's either gonna be nerfed, which is most likely, or is just gonna dominate. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching this video. Tell me what you guys think about the changes. Are you guys happy? Are you pissed off? I know a lot of PvEers are pissed off, but for PvP, I'm really happy. I'm happy with everything, especially Psychic Link, man. We're gonna do so much damage. And also, like, Masochism is cool. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with the spec video. Okay, see ya.